Do you know how long you'll live after 70? Most people think it's just luck or genetics, but the truth is, your body is already giving you clear signals about how much time you have left. Some seniors stay sharp, strong, and full of life, while others start to slow down, battling fatigue and health problems. The difference? There are 7 scientifically proven signs that predict how long you'll live after 70. These aren't just random guesses. They're patterns doctors and researchers have uncovered in the longest living people. The best part, if you recognize these signs early, you can actually add years to your life by making simple changes today. Stay with me until the last sign. It's the most shocking. And if you're curious about your own longevity, comment longevity below right. Now, let's dive in, because your future might depend on what you learn next. On walking speed, the hidden longevity test. Most people don't think about their walking speed as a sign of how long they'll live, but scientists do. Did you know that your walking speed after 70 can actually predict your lifespan? Studies have found that seniors who walk faster tend to live longer, while those who slow down significantly are at a higher risk of health decline. Let's look at Joe and Frank, both 75 years old. Joe's story. Joe wakes up every morning, takes a brisk walk around his neighborhood, and never has trouble crossing the street or climbing stairs. His steps are steady, his balance is strong, and he doesn't feel out of breath. Frank's story. Frank used to be active, but over the last few years, he's slowed down. He takes frequent breaks while walking, struggles to keep up with others, and sometimes feels unsteady on his feet. Even short walks feel exhausting. So what's happening here? Walking speed is linked to your overall health. A faster pace means strong muscles, a healthy heart, and a sharp brain. Slower walkers often experience muscle weakness, poor circulation, or early signs of neurological decline. In fact, research from the Journal of the American Medical Association found that every 0.1 meter per second decrease in walking speed is linked to a higher risk of death. What can you do? The good news is that walking speed is something you can improve. If you've noticed yourself slowing down, don't ignore it. Here's what you can do. Walk more, even 10-15 minutes. A day can help maintain strength. Use light weights. Strengthen your legs with small weights or resistance bands. Practice balance exercises. Try standing on one foot for a few seconds daily. Think about it this way: how fast you move through life literally tells you how long you'll keep moving at all. So pay attention to your pace. It might just be the simplest way to check in on your longevity. If you're still with me, comment "walking strong" below. And let's move to the next sign. This one is even more surprising. 2. Grip strength. Your hands reveal your future. What if I told you that the strength of your handshake could predict how long you'll live? It sounds simple, but scientists have found that grip strength is one of the most powerful indicators of longevity. A strong grip isn't just about opening jars or carrying groceries. It's a sign of overall muscle health, good circulation, and a well-functioning nervous system. Let's compare Robert and Walter, both 78 years old. Robert's story. Robert has always prided himself on his firm handshake. He does light weightlifting, enjoys gardening, and never has trouble carrying his groceries. His grip is steady, strong, and reliable. Walter's story. Walter, on the other hand, started noticing that simple tasks, like twisting the cap off a bottle or holding onto a heavy bag, feel harder than they used to. He shrugs it off, thinking, "I'm just getting older." But what Walter doesn't realize is that his weakening grip is actually a warning sign. Studies show that people with declining grip strength are more likely to suffer from frailty, falls, and even a shorter lifespan. The science behind grip strength and longevity. Weak grip is muscle loss. As we age, our muscles shrink, a process called sarcopenia. A weak grip often signals that the rest of your body is losing strength too. Weaker hands. Higher risk of heart disease. Research shows that people with poor grip strength are more likely to have heart problems. Grip strength is linked to brain health. A strong grip is connected to better cognitive function and a lower risk of conditions like dementia. So, what can you do if your grip is getting weaker? The good news is that grip strength can be rebuilt at any age. Here's how. Squeeze a tennis ball. This simple exercise can help strengthen your hands. Use hand grippers. These are designed to increase grip strength over time. Lift light weights. Even small dumbbells or resistance bands can make a big difference. Carry grocery bags instead of using a cart. It's a natural way to train your grip. Your hands tell a bigger story than you think. If your grip is weakening, don't ignore it. It could be an early signal that your body needs more. Strength training. Try this right now. Make a fist and squeeze. Does it feel strong, or has your grip weakened over the years? If you want to keep your strength, comment "grip strong" below. And now, let's move to sign number 3. This one is all about your balance and why it's more important than you think. 3. Balance. Can you stand on one leg for 10 seconds? Want to know a simple test that could predict how long you'll live? Try standing on one leg for just 10 seconds. If you can't, it might be a warning sign for your health and longevity. According to research, people over 70 who struggle with balance are at a much higher risk of falling, suffering injuries, and even developing cognitive decline. On the other hand, seniors who maintain good balance tend to live longer, healthier, and more independent lives. Let's look at Carol and Nancy, both in their early 70s. Carol's story. Carol has always been active. She takes daily walks, does yoga, and keeps her muscles strong. When she tries to balance on one foot, she can easily hold the position without wobbling. Nancy's story. Nancy, on the other hand, hasn't paid much attention to her balance over the years. When she tries to lift one foot off the ground, she immediately starts tipping over, needing to grab onto a chair or a table for support. What Nancy doesn't realize is that her loss of balance isn't just an inconvenience. It's a sign that her coordination, muscle strength, and even brain function may be declining. Why is balance so important? Falls are one of the biggest health risks for seniors. A simple fall can lead to broken bones, hospital stays, and even a loss of independence. Good balance, strong muscles, and a sharp brain. Balance relies on leg strength, nervous system coordination, and brain health. Poor balance can signal early neurological issues. Difficulty balancing has been linked to a higher risk of dementia and stroke. The good news, you can improve your balance. Even if you struggle to balance now, you can train your body to regain stability. Here's how. Try the 10-second balance test. Stand on one foot and see how long you can hold it. Practice daily. Stand on one leg for a few seconds while brushing your teeth. Walk heel to toe in a straight line like you're on a tightrope. Try gentle yoga or Tai Chi to improve stability and coordination. Strengthen your legs. Squats, lunges, and simple exercises like standing up from a chair without using your hands can help. Ask yourself, do you feel wobbly when turning quickly? Do you reach for furniture or walls when walking? Have you noticed an increase in small stumbles? If so, it's time to focus on balance training. Try the one-leg test right now. If you can hold it for 10 seconds, comment "balance strong" below. Next, let's talk about sign number 4, how your sleep patterns can predict your lifespan. 4. Sleep quality, the silent predictor of longevity. Do you wake up feeling refreshed, or do you struggle through the day with brain fog and exhaustion? Most people think sleep is just about rest, but in reality, your sleep quality after 70 can predict how long you'll live. Research shows that seniors who get high-quality sleep tend to live longer and healthier lives, while those with poor sleep face higher risks of heart disease, memory loss, and a weakened immune system. Let's compare Henry and Bill, both in their mid-70s. Henry's story. Henry sticks to a steady bedtime routine, sleeps around 7 hours a night and wakes up feeling refreshed and energized. His memory is sharp, his body stays strong, and he rarely feels exhausted during the day. Bill's story. Bill, on the other hand, tosses and turns all night, wakes up multiple times, and often struggles to fall asleep at all. Over time, his energy drops, his blood pressure rises, and his mind feels foggy. He brushes it off as just aging, but in reality, his poor sleep is taking years off his life. Why is sleep so important for longevity? Your body repairs itself during sleep. Poor sleep prevents your body from healing and recovering. Sleep cleans your brain. Deep sleep helps remove toxins that build up in the brain, reducing the risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. Lack of sleep weakens the immune system. Poor sleep, higher risk of infections, chronic diseases, and even early death. In fact, studies show that seniors who sleep fewer than 6 hours a night have a 33% higher risk of dying prematurely. How to improve your sleep and live longer? If you wake up tired, struggle to stay asleep, or feel exhausted throughout the day, don't ignore it. Here's what you can do. Stick to a bedtime routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Limit screen time before bed. Blue light from phones and TVs disrupts sleep hormones. Get sunlight in the morning. Exposure to natural light helps regulate your body clock. Avoid heavy meals and caffeine at night. They can keep you awake and lower sleep quality. Try deep breathing or meditation. These help calm the nervous system and prepare your body for rest. Ask yourself, do you wake up frequently during the night? Do you feel tired even after sleeping for hours? Has your sleep pattern changed over the years? If so, it's time to prioritize your sleep, because how well you rest today will determine how strong and healthy you stay in the years ahead. Comment "Sleep Strong" below if you're committed to improving your sleep. Now let's move on to sign number 5. Your appetite and eating habits. This one might surprise you. 5. Appetite and eating habits, a hidden sign of longevity. Have you noticed changes in your appetite as you age? Do you still enjoy your meals, or have you lost interest in food? Many people assume that eating less is just a natural part of aging. But the truth is, your appetite and eating habits after 70 are strong indicators of how long you'll live. A steady, healthy appetite means your body is getting the nutrients it needs to stay strong, while a loss of appetite can signal underlying health problems and even speed up aging. Let's compare Margaret and Susan, both 74 years old. Margaret's story. Margaret looks forward to her meals every day. She enjoys fresh, whole foods, prepares her own meals, and eats a balanced diet rich in proteins, fiber, and healthy fats. Her energy levels stay high, her muscles remain strong, and her body functions well. Susan's story. Susan, however, has noticed that she just isn't as hungry anymore. She skips meals, often relies on processed foods, and has unintentionally lost weight over the past year. What she doesn't realize is that her declining appetite isn't just a small change, it's a warning sign. Why appetite matters for longevity. Loss of appetite can signal malnutrition. When seniors don't eat enough, their bodies start breaking down muscle for energy, leading to frailty and weakness. Poor nutrition weakens the immune system. A diet lacking in nutrients makes the body more vulnerable to illness and disease. Eating well keeps your brain sharp. Studies show that a nutrient-rich diet helps prevent memory decline and cognitive disorders like Alzheimer's. In fact, seniors who experience unexplained weight loss have a higher risk of early mortality. How to improve your eating habits and stay strong. If you've noticed changes in your appetite, don't ignore them. Here's what you can do. Eat smaller, nutrient-dense meals. Instead of large portions, focus on high-protein and vitamin-rich foods. Make meals enjoyable, Eat with friends, try new recipes, and add colorful foods to your plate. Stay hydrated. Sometimes dehydration can cause a loss of appetite. Add healthy snacks, nuts, yogurt, and fruit can help maintain energy levels. Monitor weight changes. Sudden weight loss can be a sign of health issues. Ask yourself, have you lost weight without trying? Do you feel full too quickly or have less interest in food? Are you skipping meals or eating mostly processed foods? If so, it's time to focus on proper nutrition, because how you eat today will determine how strong, independent, and healthy you'll be in the years ahead. Comment "Eat Strong" below if you're committed to better nutrition. Now, let's move to sign number 6, your ability to handle stress. This one might shock you. 6. Stress management, the silent killer of longevity. How do you handle stress? Do you stay calm and find solutions, or do you dwell on problems, letting stress take over your life? Most people don't realize this, but chronic stress is one of the biggest factors that shorten lifespan. It's not just about feeling overwhelmed. Long-term stress weakens the immune system, increases heart disease risk, and accelerates aging. Let's compare John and Richard, both 76 years old. John's story. John faces challenges just like anyone else. Unexpected expenses, health scares, family issues. But instead of letting stress consume him, he practices deep breathing, exercises, and keeps himself socially engaged. He doesn't dwell on things outside of his control. Richard's story. Richard, on the other hand, holds on to stress. He constantly worries about the future, feels overwhelmed by small frustrations, and often finds himself stuck in negative thought patterns. Over time, this constant stress wears on his body. His blood pressure rises, his sleep suffers, and his energy levels drop. Studies have shown that high levels of chronic stress can shorten lifespan by as much as 2.8 years due to increased inflammation and organ damage. Why chronic stress is so dangerous. Stress triggers inflammation, which has been linked to nearly every age-related disease, including Alzheimer's, diabetes, and heart conditions. It weakens the immune system, making you more vulnerable to infections and illnesses. It accelerates aging at the cellular level, leading to wrinkles, fatigue, and overall health decline. How to reduce stress and live longer. The good news is that stress management is a skill you can improve. Here's what you can do. Practice deep breathing. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. This calms your nervous system. Stay socially connected. Talking to loved ones helps release stress-reducing hormones. Move your body. Gentle exercise like walking or yoga lowers stress hormones. Limit news and social media. Constant negativity can increase stress levels. Laugh more. Laughter literally reduces stress hormones and boosts longevity. Ask yourself, do you frequently feel anxious or overwhelmed? Do small problems feel bigger than they should? Do you often have trouble relaxing or sleeping? If so, it's time to take control of your stress, because managing it well today can add years to your life. Comment "Stay calm" below if you're committed to reducing stress. And now, let's talk about sign number 7, your social connections. This final sign might be the most powerful one yet. 7. Social connections, the longevity superpower. Do you have strong relationships in your life? Are you surrounded by friends, family, or a supportive community? Or have you found yourself spending more time alone, feeling isolated? Most people don't realize this, but your social connections are one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live. In fact, research has shown that loneliness is just as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, increasing the risk of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even early death. Let's look at Eleanor and Barbara, both 78 years old. Eleanor's story. Eleanor has always been an outgoing person. She stays in touch with old friends, joins community events, and loves spending time with her family. She laughs often, engages in deep conversations, and feels connected to the people around her. Her mind stays sharp, her mood stays positive, and her body remains healthy. Barbara's story. Barbara, on the other hand, spends most of her time alone. She has lost touch with many of her friends over the years and rarely reaches out to family. As the months pass, she starts feeling isolated, her mood declines, and her overall health begins to suffer. Studies have found that people with strong social ties tend to live up to 50% longer than those who are socially isolated. Why social connections matter for longevity. Friendships keep your brain active. Engaging in conversation and social activities helps prevent memory loss and reduces the risk of Alzheimer's. Social bonds reduce stress and inflammation. Strong relationships help lower cortisol levels, which is linked to heart disease and high blood pressure. Having a sense of belonging boosts motivation. People who feel connected are more likely to stay physically active, eat well, and take better care of themselves. How to strengthen your social connections and live longer. If you've been feeling lonely or disconnected, it's not too late to rebuild your social life. Here's what you can do. Reach out to old friends. Even a simple phone call can rekindle relationships. Join a group or club, whether it's a book club, church group, or fitness class. Being part of a community makes a difference. Volunteer. Helping others not only improves their lives, but also gives you a sense of purpose. Make meaningful conversations a habit. Instead of small talk, focus on deep, engaging discussions. Prioritize family time. If you have children or grandchildren, make an effort to spend quality time with them. Ask yourself, do you have at least one person you can confide in? Do you engage in social activities regularly? Do you feel lonely or disconnected more often than not? If so, it's time to prioritize relationships, because the connections you nurture today will help you stay happier, healthier, and live longer. Comment "Stay connected" below if you value the power of relationships. Now let's wrap up with some final thoughts that could change your future. Are you moving through life with strength, confidence, and purpose? Or have you noticed small but important changes that could be warning signs? The good news is that most of these factors, your walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep, appetite, stress levels, and social connections, are within your control. Your future isn't set in stone. The choices you make right now can have a powerful impact on how many years you have ahead of you. What you can do starting today: take more walks and strengthen your legs. Maintain your mobility and independence. Improve your grip strength. Keep your muscles strong and functional. Test your balance and train it. Prevent falls and injuries that could change your life. Prioritize deep, quality sleep. Give your body time to repair and recover. Eat well and pay attention. Do appetite changes. Fuel your body with the right nutrients. Learn to manage stress effectively. Protect your heart, brain, and overall well-being. Stay socially connected. Build relationships that keep you engaged and motivated. Longevity isn't just about how many years you live. It's about how well you live those years. So ask yourself, what small change will you make today to improve your future? Which of these signs surprised you the most? Comment below and share your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like this video to support the channel, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future insights. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, the best way to predict your future is to take action today. Stay strong, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.